Good morning, drummers. You are about to start one of the best instruments and the oldest instruments that has ever been played. Way back in time, the cavemen, the very first thing they did was to start beating on things. So really, you're honoring your heritage by being a drummer. What you're going to get from me is not a snare drum or a bass drum to start. You're going to get a practice pad. And you'll have this at home. It will definitely help your parents' eardrums. You won't be so loud. If you choose to buy a snare drum, that's super. And you'll get to play on a snare drum here in band because we want to hear it in here. You'll need to be loud enough to cut through the other 30 musicians. So what you're going to get to take home, and you're going to have to purchase this, but we have a snare drum stand or a drum pad stand, a drum pad in a box like this, and a set of 2B sticks. When you're purchasing sticks, and if you would lose these, you'll notice that it says on the package, it's just covered by that tape a bit, 2B. That's the size that you want to start with. So today what we're going to do is we're going to assemble your drum pad stand and drum pad, and I'll show you how to tune it and some of the basics. So first of all, in your bag that I've supplied you with, you have the part that will add the drum pad on, and you have the stand part. So we take that out of its container, and you'll notice there's several screws which you can turn to loosen and move the drum pad stand to the location that you think the height is right for you. So if you open up the legs part way and tighten that so that it doesn't fall down on you, you can put it down on the ground. I'm going to put it right beside me, right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this part right here, the open end, into the open end of the drum pad stand like this. Now it will go all the way in, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stand, and you're going to want to raise the drum pad stand so that it is just below your belly button, right about to here for me, and then you're going to tighten it. So I'm using that screw again, tightening it up. Now the next part is the drum pad itself, and the drum pad is, I kept it in this box, but it's probably just as easy to throw the box away after you take it home and open it up. And what you'll have in here is a drum pad and this little envelope. That envelope has a tuner in it, so I'm going to want you to keep that, and I'll show you how to use that in a bit. So open up your drum pad with me, take it out of its container, and you're going to see on the back of the drum pad the spot where we will screw it into the top of our drum pad stand. So this easy, laying it on top, turning it clockwise until it's nice and firmly on. Now I'm looking at it and it seems a little bit higher. It's right at my belly button, so I'm going to lower it just a bit because we want it, there we go, just below your waist. So the drum pad, when you look at the drum pad, the Remo will be at the top of it, and you're going to see all these screws around the outside of the drum pad. You can tighten these screws with the T-pad tuner. It's come probably tightened already, but we can check it out by opening up your tuner in the manila envelope. And the way you tune your drum pad is the same way that you're going to tune the snare drum later, so I want you to give this a try. What we're going to do is take out our key like this, and we'll come over here so you can see. We're going to do our tuning like this. You put it in, give it a half a twist. This one can be tuned a little bit. And now we're going to go straight across the drum pad and tune the other side. Again, half a twist. By doing this, we're equally stretching the drum pad across so that one side doesn't get tighter than another. Almost like a star, half a twist, straight across, half a twist. And we do this for each one of the screws, and I will let you go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you a bit about this drum head. Originally, the drum head was stretched over a vessel. It was a piece of animal skin. The animal skin was stretched really tight. So these are still called the skins. These are the drum heads. And we also have one on the bottom of your drum, of your snare drum, called the batter. Sorry, it's at the very bottom, the snare part. And this doesn't have that. This was just plastic on the bottom. And you've got the top part that you're going to be hitting on. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you about how to hold your sticks. So if we take the sticks, you're going to see again that it says 2B on it. And your hands, we're going to be using something called a matched grip. Very different than a traditional grip. Traditional grip, one hand is one way and one hand is the other. But what we're going to do is we're going to match our hands so that they both look exactly the same. What I want you to do is stick your hand out like you're about to shake hands with each other. Your right hand, please. And then we're going to lay the stick right in the palm of your hand, curling it up, taking your thumb around. You're going to see that there's a small, maybe inch left over at the bottom of the stick. That should be sticking out of your fist. The same thing with the other hand. They match up. So if you put your hands like this, make sure they match. Wrap the thumbs around. Don't leave them pointed out. And turn them over. We want the back of your hand facing up. So we don't want you to be playing like this, but like this. As soon as you turn your hands over, like that, it puts your sticks in a triangular formation, which is perfect for playing the drum pad. So if your sticks are like this and your drum pad is low at just below your waist, I would like you to work on hitting in the very center of the drum equally with the right hand and left hand. It doesn't come very far up. Remember, we're not hitting to see how loud we can do it because actually you can hit quite loud just using your wrist. Notice that my elbows stay steady and I'm not moving the upper part of my arm, just my wrist. So we're going to try left, right, left, right. And I want you to gradually get faster. This is the first rudiment you're going to learn. It's called a single stroke roll. And the idea is to keep it steady and get faster gradually. If you get to the point where it sounds like a horse trotting, it's not steady, you need to back off on the speed again. Eventually I would like you to get your single stroke roll to this speed. The lower you keep your sticks, the faster you'll be able to go. And this ends part one, matched grip. Be careful that your arm position is the correct way. Be sure that your drum pad is snug on the stand. You'll be showing this to me and then you'll be taking them home after you buy them. All right, have fun playing the drums.